All right, welcome to the podcast, Let's Talk with John Okoyo. And as always, I am your host. And each time you see me on these decks, you know it's going to be hot. But today, we have something very special and important. We have a very important guest with us this morning. Most of the times when I'm here, I tell you this is the most informative, educative, and not less entertaining podcast. And at the end, always say, let's talk. So you are welcome. All right, and here with me today, I have a very wonderful, amazing guest. Sir, please, you can introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Francis Obinna Irokwe.
Mr. Francis Obinna
Irokwe. Yes.
So where are you from, please?
Abia State.
Abia State. Wow.
Yes.
Abia.
Yes.
And I have a very beautiful lady here.
I'm flattered. I'm really flattered.
Okay. So, I know your name.
Mm-hmm.
She's Emily.
Oh, that's just it. Emily 001.
She's Emily. And she's a medium. But you know ladies now, they always do something to their names.
Come
so
on.
if I say Emily, you should just code it that's not a real name.
Okay. My name is Emediong Effiong Asupo. But then my friend knows me as Emily Effie 001.
Are you telling them that I'm your friend? Are you trying to tell them that I'm your
Before I'm
friend?
calling my enemy before.
Nonetheless, though.
Right, okay.
Okay, so, all right, moving on. Today, guys, we have something very entertaining and interesting to discuss with you guys. So, today we're talking about the impact of gender roles in our society. Okay? In relationships, in our society, in relationships, daily lives, and everything. So, let's start with Mr. Obinna. Sir, first of all, let's just share a bit of light. What is gender role? Because the people want to know before we start discussing the impact, importance, and all the rest.
Okay. As per your topic, you said gender role
In relationship.
in
the
relationships.
Impact.
The impact of gender roles.
In relationship, yes.
You know, because of where we find ourselves, the culture,
Yes, sir.
Africans, Nigerians, there are certain duties
Yes.
naturally ascribed to male
Yes.
and female in a relationship.
Okay.
So over time, these roles have been embedded into our minds, into our subconscious. So you see men growing up not knowing how to cook,
Okay.
women grow up not knowing how to change bulb. So it sets this type of background
Okay.
that these things are for men, these things are for women.
And for women.
But we've seen recently, well, let me not say what a man can do, a woman can do better. That would be me, you know.
It's
Yes.
exaggerating.
Yes, so that's just the point.
Okay.
That's the point. Changing that mindset, changing that thinking that there are rules specific to gender.
To gender.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. So, Emily, let's hear from you. What's your idea? What do you think it's actually the gender roles? How do you think it affects?
You know, like he said, in our country, basically, or how we were grown and bred, traditionally, it is believed that there are some certain duties that belongs to a man, some certain function that is basically like a man is the one that's supposed to do, that is a man's thing.
Okay.
And there are some that, it belongs to the women, it's a woman's thing. So no matter what, they don't feel like a man should be able to do this one, or a woman should be able to do this one, so it's just separated.
Okay.
And these roles varies. Let's say, for instance, it is said that a man should be the one to handle everything concerning finances in a home, while the woman should be the one to incur all the care and take care of the emotional aspect of the house, and everything. So, but then, as time goes on and as the world is changing, a lot of change. There's a lot of changes now, because if you notice, now there are some women out there that are making money.
Okay.
And there are some men out there, you see them doing some house chores like cooking. You understand me? Minus the fact that men can't actually give birth to a child or carry pregnancy for 9 months and give it to the child. That one we know that one is that one is the normal thing, is a norm.
Okay.
Women, that one is the normal responsibility of women to do that, because God created them that way.
Yes.
So that aside, I think there's a lot that we are going to unravel so that we also understand that it's not like belonging to this one or belonging to that one.
Okay, so along the line of discussion, if I'm not limited in my understanding, I heard you people said where we find ourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, so that means are we saying that this gender role varies depending on, should I say, location or tradition?
Well, yes, there are traditions. If you do your research, you will see that there are some climes where women are breadwinners and men stay at home.
Okay.
Yes, if you
check your Google.
Check your Google. There are climes where the women go out, just like you have with lions.
Yes.
You know very well that lions don't go hunting for food.
Yes.
You know, they stay at home.
They stay at home. Yes.
So when we say where we find ourselves, it's because of how a lot of people were brought up.
So it varies in location.
Yes, it does vary.
So you agree with that? Right?
If I want to add to that, just like we say, culture is shared and learned.
Okay.
No, this thing is just like, it's culture normally. Everybody or every country out there have their own specific culture or specific culture and norms. There's some culture that says that the men are the ones to handle the cooking aspect of the family, like the domestic aspect of the house, while the women are the ones going out there to bring the, so that they now exchange it. Some belonging to the men, but then if you still see, still in that same culture, still in that same country or state, there are still some persons who also do the work that they are supposed to, without making it as if it is a norm for them to do it. Okay. So that's just the mentality we are trying to,
Okay, so if I should ask, because during the discussion, I could understand that a lot of things have been, it's like a share stuff. So women should do this. I think when you mentioned, you said, I talked about a man knowing not how to cook, and a woman not knowing how to fix the bulb. Yes. Okay, so it's now like a man should do this, a woman should do this, a man should dress this way, a man should talk this way, a woman should talk this way. You know, there are some men that when they talk, people think they are weakling. He talks like a woman. So I want to ask you first, Lisa. Okay. Are you, your own perspective, are you comfortable? Are you okay with what you are seeing with the entire gender role stuff, how it has impacted us
in our relationships?
Yes, in our relationships.
Well, if you say relationship, I will take it both in the space of a career, space of marriage,
yes,
and every kind of locale. Now, in a relationship, let's look at dating. Some ladies, everybody should have mercy on me, please. Some ladies,
no, you're free, do it.
Ladies just have made up their minds. They are out for the baby girl lifestyle. Okay. They believe a woman should be cared for. You need to have money, you need to spoil me, you need to take care of me. I cannot come and kill myself. That's their own mindset.
Yes.
They don't understand that a woman can wake up in the morning, go to work, make your money, and eat your money by yourself. They just came out from the stomach, and their whole mind is, I am in this life to eat somebody's money. So when such a person finds herself in a relationship, what do you expect will happen? If the man is able to meet up at the beginning, sometime in the relationship, he has a setback. Everyone suffers setback from time to time. What we always hope for is that the setbacks don't last forever. If there's a setback, she jumps to the next available soft life.
Yes.
So what do you think that does to a relationship? What kind of relationship does that build? And currently, with the current situation on ground in the economy, you find marriages are now also affected
Yes.
by these things. Some women can no longer cope. They're now looking for help from places that they shouldn't be looking for it from. So, gender roles impact relationships both positively
And negatively.
and negatively.
But more negatively, you think?
Well,
That's a difficult question, right?
somebody says, I want peace of mind. I'll tell you, everything is relative. Peace of mind is relative.
Yeah.
Somebody has peace of mind when he's driving on the road. Someone has peace of mind when he's sitting in the place. Somebody has peace of mind when he's drinking in the beer parlor. It's relative. Somebody has peace of mind when he's looking for trouble.
Okay. Okay.
That peace of mind is...
Yeah. Some
one is
people,
fantastic.
their peace of mind is when there is
War.
problem.
Okay, well, I wouldn't doubt that because people are different. They think differently and they behave differently in
Yes.
different ways. But then, looking at dating in its own self, I feel as a man, being the authority was given to men to be the head of families.
Okay.
As you are going into dating, you know that you are about to start a family. You're about to start you are doing something towards commitment.
Okay, so you should finish
don't
your
just-
small money.
No, it's not about finishing the small money. It's about you being sensitive
To
to
what?
every little details.
Of what? Of
See,
spending?
most women, they are just that they can pretend. But when it comes to a woman that spends, you know.
Okay.
There are women that spend extravagantly on things that are not even worth it.
Okay.
They want to wear the latest hair. They want to go to the newest club, the newest beer parlor, any place that is anything they hear in the news, they are in for it. They want to explore. And you being a kind of guy, looking at a kind of woman, some men go for the beauty. They'll see a girl looking so good. Oh my God, her hair is worth this. She's too cute. They forget about the characters and the behaviors. Forget about the traditional part of it, how it was supposed to be.
Yes.
Normally, we are supposed to submit. Women are supposed to be submissive.
Okay, not cater for themselves.
I'm not about not catering for themselves. There's what they said, a virtuous woman is the one that makes clothes. I think in some way in Proverbs, 30-something, 31st or so. She doesn't stay idle.
Okay.
So every woman having a mindset of being a virtuous woman out there should know that he or she is not supposed to be idle or dependent on anybody. Yes.
Okay, so that means you don't agree with the idea of not just the Gen Z people. You don't agree with that idea of what Mr. Obinna stated when they are there, want to live a soft...
No, I wouldn't say. What he said, he was trying to make a point based on women that have the mentality of I am not supposed to suffer.
Then I'm asking you, do you agree with that their idea? Is
I
it
don't.
positive?
It's a negative one. It's a
Okay.
negative vibe.
That's what
It's not
she's
good.
saying.
Okay.
She doesn't agree with that.
No, it's a
because
negative. It's a negative vibe. It's not worth it.
That mindset as a gender role, as in I'm a woman now. I'm a woman now. My role is to chop money.
They are the devil.
It will not help a relationship. I was watching an interview somewhere online and someone said, if you don't have the capacity to, if you know you cannot take care of a good-looking, woman, cut your coat according to your clothes. Leave that one for who will take care of her and go and look for the one that will not strain your pocket.
Yes.
So those kind of mindsets as a rule does not help a relationship. Also, if we look at the career part of it, that ceiling has been shattered since.
Yes.
Women are in space.
Yeah.
Women fly commercial, they fly combat, they drive commercial, they drive private, they even race. They play pro tennis, they play pro golf, pros. Even someone said, is it the US soccer team? Well, I'm a Nigerian, but The US soccer team will beat a particular country's under 17, under 23 in football. 11 women, 11 men.
Wow.
Have you seen those ladies play soccer?
Wow.
The USA team. So, when it comes to career, that ceiling is shattered. Women have no limit anymore. They fly combat, as in combat aircraft,
Yes.
and shoot.
Yeah, like just like coming back
You know?
to Nigeria now, if you notice, just go outside, stand on the roadside, you see that nowadays women even drive keke.
Keke boss.
People. And
Keke,
then,
both keke tricycle
so,
and keke, the one they call
yeah,
keke
so
boss.
our world today has changed. A lot has changed in the world. So it's no more women staying at home. Then the men going out there to struggle, suffer, and bringing it back. Then they are eating and then they are relaxing, getting fat,
all right.
and the men are getting drained and dried. No, that's not how it is nowadays. Nowadays it's just like a vice versa. People like saying, "What do you bring to the table?" Nowadays, men will say, "What do you bring to the table?" before they even want to start.
The funny part, strangely as it is, one breadwinner now, no they do.
No,
Yeah.
So I must use broken.
Yeah.
One breadwinner now.
You know
No, they
they
do. No,
it's
fit
true.
survivor for
they do.
Nigeria.
One breadwinner. You know the two carry now.
Yes.
It's a challenge.
Yeah.
But
Okay, so that takes us to the next question. Okay, so
Okay.
let me ask. You know, when we are talking about gender roles, we have come to understand at the course of the discussion that it has to do with this a line, should I call it a thin line between responsibility.
Yeah.
This is what a man should do. This is what a woman should do. Now, in expectations of caregiving, it is basically believed. Okay, let's talk about in a family setting. Okay, it is basically believed that the woman is supposed to be the emotional doctor there.
Yeah, caring for
Alright?
everything.
Caring for everything. So the man should be out there making money, comes back, then the woman will now be making reports to him. Oh, there is an issue. Like the woman should be the one that detects who is down.
You
So
know,
is that concept actually good? Because if she's the one doing that, who will observe or look out for her when she too is emotionally, if the men are not? No, let's start with.
no, I want her to start. She wants to say something.
Okay, go on.
Say what's on her mind.
Let's hear. Let's hear.
when it comes to caregiving, it's not really a thing for the women to do. You know, sometimes you see a wife, a mother, out there trying to like scatter for a child, handle the whole house chores and everything. Like that's in a normal traditional setting.
Yes.
Doing this, going up here, trying to get to the market, cooking. You see them running helters at a point they forget about themselves. It happened that way. Then, to an extent, they are also emotionally drained because they need someone to also care for them. They're the ones caring for others. They care for the husbands,
The children.
their spouses, their children, and they want to see how they are doing well. Do you understand? Sometimes they neglect themselves. They forget about themselves. So it also takes a man that understands,
Okay.
a well-trained man, a well-groomed person, to understand that this woman also needs care, and at that time pays attention. So it's not just like it's a woman thing.
Okay.
It's much like it's our thing.
Okay.
Okay, you rub my back, I rub
I
your
love
back.
your back. So what
That's
do you
how
have
it
to say
should be.
about that?
Good.
You agree with her?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You know, when a woman is tasked with this role of being the, emotional, spiritual
Everything
pillar of the family, is good. But where men take up that role, you see it produces more result because of the natural leadership position placed on a man.
On a man. Okay.
Divine.
Yes.
I've been married for 10 years plus.
Oh,
Wow.
congrats.
I don't look it back.
It's cool. No. No, you.
Yes.
It's not about the looks. You're okay.
10 years plus, 3 kids.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yes, and I met my wife when I was in the university. So, a woman that is cared for will be more productive. A woman that is cared for will be more fruitful.
Okay, so let me just say this. Sorry, I'm not cutting
Agreed.
you. So that along the discussion, you can also. Do you agree if I say the care stuff should be a 50-50 thing?
No, yeah. You know, a lot of men are drowning under the weight of pressure to meet up with financial obligations.
Okay.
Meanwhile, they have nobody to turn to. They can't even talk to their wives because their wives expect them to always provide every time. While some women are drowning under the weight of what you're calling care. I'm telling you, a woman is heavy. She has one she's carrying. She has two she has to drop in the school in the morning, bring them back. She's trying to settle the ones that came back from school. The one in the stomach is disturbing her. The one that she's carrying is crying. It's a psychological mess. You know, Nigeria doesn't really take mental health seriously.
Seriously, yes.
A lot of women are under immense torture. They are passing through a lot. If I must use the word, they are suffering. I can tell you for free. So, even if you're not around as a man and your wife is at home for one reason or the other and she's doing these things, it's not bad if you check on her every hour. How are you? Every hour you call in. How are you doing? How far, baby? How far this? How far that? You know, you check in. Have you even eaten? Try and read before they come back from school. Things like that. These little things make a relationship what it is. If we want to say gender role, men need to play their roles well. You're supposed to be an umbrella.
Okay.
Same time, a shoulder. Same time, an anchor to provide stability. If you're at home as a man, everybody should know that daddy is at home. There should be stability. There should be happiness. There should be peace. There should be order. I didn't say the house should be a barracks.
Yes.
But there should be order. People will align properly.
Yes.
Okay.
But they know that there is happiness. Yeah. If in my role as a man, as a husband and as a father, I cannot care for my wife, I'm not doing well. A lot of women look... you can't guess my age. If I tell you, you won't even believe.
That's true.
Why you look at a lady, maybe 27, maybe 30, maybe 31, but she's looking 41. Why? Because you don't understand what emotional and psychological pressure can do to you. I'm telling you for free. So, to cut the long story short, it's good. Everyone takes their role seriously. If a woman has to... No, you see, a woman needs to thrive. I'm telling you, if more women thrive, this country will be better. Yeah. If more women thrive, women should be allowed to fulfill their potential, pursue their dreams.
Wow.
Do that thing they want to do. I'm married to a working class lady. She's an accountant. If there's anything that I can do to ensure that she climbs to the pinnacle of her career, I do it. Not I will, I do it.
And you don't barrier her in any way. You only give the support.
Why will I place a barrier?
You know,
if she becomes the accountant general of this country one day, let me go chop and pass.
But
That's
you know,
true.
some men feel like if a woman should be up there, she will no longer respect me. She will no longer see me as something. She will behave.
She will want to take over my responsibilities.
Even though they know the kind of woman they get married to, but that sense of jealousy, insecurity will always be there. But I don't know how you manage to do that.
Fine.
But
a man who is scared like that, that's his insecurities. That's his lack of self-confidence. Do I look like an insecure man?
No.
The moment I walked in here, did you see insecurity on my face?
No, but it's not written on the face. Does it show?
No. If you meet an insecure person,
Okay.
you will know the person is insecure. I haven't been on a podcast before.
Wow.
Okay.
That's
Do I
cool.
look?
No.
Do I look bothered?
No, you don't.
A man. One of these skits, these videos you see, this man will say, I don't want to call his name. Man, know thyself.
Man, know thyself.
You need to know
Yourself. Okay.
If your wife will disrespect you when she has money, she go don't get disrespectful traits ab initio.
When she never get the money.
You understand me? A person that will stray, you go don't know saying go stray. Maybe you even got the person when she was straying.
Straying.
Hello.
I'm with you, sir.
So, I mean, if that woman becomes a governor, a central bank governor, a minister, vice president, or even a president, it is you, the man, that will enjoy it the most. Now you go get the whole security that will be running around you. Now you go to fly, go anywhere on private jet. And
funny enough, in our world, even if a woman should make all the money in the world and buy some stuff for herself, let's say she's an unmarried lady, they will know what they will say. At her age, she doesn't want to get married. She feels like she cannot be under a man. You get married and you still want to say, now it's a husband. Whatever it is.
For some reason, I will counter that.
Why?
True now. Let me say this.
Okay.
Like what she said now. I feel and I think that out of 100% of ladies that are doing well for themselves, they are not married, they are not following anybody that pays their bills, like they do well for themselves.
Yeah.
Maybe their parents trained them in school, they came out, they struggled and came out, and they are doing well for themselves. The ones that have a right mindset of putting themselves into submission, they are not up to 10%.
Yeah.
I beg to differ.
Really?
To differ. That your statistical computation is flawed. It's not correct.
Really?
Yes, 10% is too small.
It's too small.
Yeah,
Are they very reasonable ladies that have made it and they are ready?
I have been a player in the oil and gas sector for over 10 years. I have come across young ladies in very nice companies, very nice parastatals, oil and gas parastatals. I don't want to call the names of any one of them, and they are single. I've been opportune to chat with some of them, discuss with some of them because of official reasons, and you find out their success is what chases men away. But then I've had opportunity to talk with some of those ladies, and then I'll tell them, you should never drop your standard because of a man.
Wow.
Never mortgage who you are for any man. No man is worth mortgaging yourself, your dreams, your goals, your aspirations. No man is worth it. Likewise, no woman is also worth mortgaging your dreams. If you want to be a doctor, you want to be a pilot, and it will warrant you having to be all over the place and not be able to be in one place and maybe settle down and have a husband, follow your dream. If I dare say, somebody said, everybody will not get married. If it's not for you, it's not for you. If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you,
it's not for you.
If it's for you, it's for you. So this gender role thing, a woman must get married, she must like this, like this. No. Yeah, you talked about some of those. Why I differ with you is because it's more than 10%.
It's more than.
Yeah, it's more than 10% because
I agree. I think you
have if you move around high-paying careers, medical, oil and gas, and the rest of them, you'd see a lady. It's not her fault. Will she kill herself?
She will not.
They pay her well enough to drive a car. They
Keep
pay
a
her
good
well enough
apartment.
to stay in Gulf Estate.
And she's living well.
They pay her well enough to travel for holiday. You now said because she wants to marry, she should go and stay in one, let me not call any place, one place where there's no light, and then they will send you a letter they want to come and rob you because she was looking for a husband. No. If you feel with your gender,
Yeah.
your male gender, that this woman is for you, align with her goal. Give her the support she needs. Naturally, she will make out time for that relationship to work. But a woman cannot propose to herself. If you
Yeah.
cheapen yourself at that level, if you cheapen yourself, life, circumstances, marriage, relationship will cheapen you. A lot of women with so much potential, ran into the wrong hands and are regretting till today because of gender role.
Well, if I may have something to say when it comes to the gender role of a thing, I always tell my fellow ladies, women, or girls out there, no matter what, you don't have to neglect yourself or forget yourself because you're trying to please somebody or please a man, or because your family members are telling you you must do it. It's what you need to be, what you need to do. It's what must be done.
Yes.
And you're looking at this thing, you know that you can't do it. It can't go with you. Not in a bad way. But you have weighed the pros and cons and you say that this is not what I want. This is not who I want to be. Let's say, for instance, now they bring a man and said, this is the man you are supposed to marry. This is the man you should get married to. And you look at this man, you've put yourself in a position to look at this man's future with you. And you have seen that it can never work. And they're still saying it's a must. If it's not him, you're no longer my child. And because you want to belong to your father, you want to like, oh, my mother, you go ahead with them. And at the end, you're the one that will die. You are the one that will go in. You are going in alone. They will not come with you. And whatever you're experiencing, you just be enduring it
for yourself. That's the thing.
Enduring it. You are not emotionally stable. Psychologically, you are not stable. In every aspect, you are so down. You will be so downcast at the point, long run, depression comes in. And before you know, oh, she died untimely. It's a pity, a painful exit. You are gone.
Before that even happens, maybe this thing my sister here is saying started maybe when she was 27, 26. All this drama is happening. She wakes up one day, she's 45. Maybe that's when the eye don't clear for everybody. What's she going to do at 45?
Some will say better late than never.
Yeah, well.
Okay. So
in that aspect, you see them, it's as if they are desperate.
Yeah.
Desperation should not push you into something you regret.
There's this
later.
podcast I always watch of a pastor that I follow also online, and the lady was talking about how she was almost used for ritual in a marriage because of marry him now.
Imagine.
She escaped because she had her own money. She was doing something. She had the capacity to move. A lot of women are in what I call a contraption.
Ooh.
Which people will call marriage, but it's a contraption because it's an anomaly for a woman to be in that kind of environment, that kind of situation. You go to somebody's father, mother, family, say, give me your child. Then you stand in front of God and man
people
and say so many things to have and to hold, to this and to that. Well, for all have sinned.
And come short of the glory
Everybody
of God.
has sinned.
Yeah.
Agreed. But then, if you come in front of God and man and say all sorts of things to have and to hold, to give and to take,
To
to
cherish.
cherish and to love, to die and to you say,
Ride or die.
To die and to resurrect.
you know that. Let me say this. We're talking about gender roles as it relates to relationship. Let me say this. Do you know that when you go to the altar, you take a woman to the altar or a registry, whatever you call it, do you know it's an oath you're swearing?
Yes. Definitely.
So you should have some fear in you.
Sense
It's
of
an oath.
regard.
With this will I this, with that will I that, in this and that, to have and this, till this do us part. And the church will say, amen. What do you think it is? You think it's a joke? Then you do that, you take her home and you're beating her. You don't give her food. Where are you going to? You don't answer her. You go, come back. Sometimes you come back 2 days later.
And funny enough, if something happened to the man, the family will come on the woman.
You know?
You killed that son. You did this, you did that.
You don't allow your wife to have capacity. Every human being. I have 3 kids. I allow them to develop mental skills. One is good in quantitative reasoning. One is good in verbal reasoning. You know, one is good in putting puzzles together, building blocks. Allow people to have capacity. A wife who goes to work, do you know the joy? You wake up in the morning, you dress up, you're going out. Between that, your house and Transamadi or GRA, you meet people. You interact with people. You get to the office, you meet people. You are enlightened. You are exchanging ideas. You are growing as a person. Do you know what's staying at home day in, day out? School runs, cook food. School runs, cook food, go market. School runs, cook food, go market. School runs, cook food, go market.
And sex.
Well, let's not go there. That's a different topic for another podcast.
Definitely, if that
That's
happens,
That's the only thing.
you become outdated. You don't know what's happening in the world
And then
around
the
you.
man comes back in the night and just wants to, discuss with the wife, who has, from morning till night, she finished washing, she went to cook, made the baby to sleep, quickly ran to estate market, came back. As she was coming back, it's 2:15. She had to take off again, brought children back from school, washed their uniform, did their homework,
Ironing for the next day.
and then before you know it, it's 4 o'clock, 4:30, 5. You have landed and you are touching her hand like this. Hello.
Like, sincerely speaking, it is not that I know that women do a lot.
Somebody said. I watched a video somewhere. Someone said, intimacy in the marriage starts from the mind and starts days before or the morning before. It's something that is, it's a process. You do not treat a woman like an animal and expect that from her. It is, you can as well call it spousal rape. You've not heard of spousal rape before?
No, I'm just hearing
You
that.
have to use your Google more.
Okay, sir.
Spousal rape. For the fact that she's married to you does not give you the right
To force
to
her.
it. Every time she has the right to say no.
No.
So gender role in a relationship is something that should be talked about every single
Everywhere.
time. Boys need to learn that women are not objects.
Yes.
If you keep your wife happy, things will go well for you. If your wife is happy with you and you're traveling or you're going to work or something, and says, my darling husband, God bless you. Whatever you're looking for, God will give you. God will give you. See, she doesn't need to swear for you if you're treating her bad. But for the fact that she's grieved in her spirit that you swore to care for, spirit that is now together with your own, which is one.
So your mind must have been very renewed. You speak so positive and
Definitely.
it's really great. Your mind
yeah.
has been so renewed.
But looking at it, so sorry to cut you
No
short.
problem.
Looking at it, when it comes to a wife and a husband, I think it goes beyond that. Sometimes you see the way a child acts or reacts, it's based on how the parent
Exactly.
behaves in the
In the
house.
house,
And
true.
they pick from those things. Those are traits that they inherit. Some of them are inborn traits. Some of them are the ones they get from the environment that they grow up.
Children pick faster what they see.
See
than what
outside,
you're-
yeah.
Don't do this, don't do this. But the child sees you doing it.
Yes.
So that is it.
You know.
So this thing also goes to the parents too. Irrespective of where you find yourself, to an extent, try your best to make sure, like, whatever trash you are doing, don't do it where your children are there. If you're having maybe an argument with your wife, you can do it. Like, say the day my father died, I have never for once seen my dad and my mom.
stand to
like
argue.
exchanging words, bantering, or perhaps fighting. I've never seen it. It's never happened before. Or perhaps they are angry. You see this one will not agree this one, this one will agree this one. I've never seen it though.
You're single, yeah?
Yeah, I'm single.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that they don't have their time or their moment of maybe quarrels.
Disagreement.
But they don't just do it when we are there. And to us, they are the perfect couple. They are okay, they are happy. It just operates that when my mom is telling stories that you'll be here, I'll be like, wow, so this thing happened. So when did it happen?
Marriage and what comes with marriage is like,
A parcel.
yeah, they just put papers wrapped in a bag and they shake it like this. When you finish marrying, they'll just tell you, put your hand aside, you pick your hand aside, and you pick her. Anyone you pick her, you take. But, if I must say, the power still lies in you to fashion your home the way you want it to go. It lies with the man to grow his family. If we are going to talk about gender roles, it is the role of a man to grow his family, to nurture his family, to groom his family. Yes. Gone are the days when it's only women that call children, let's have night prayer. The man should be doing that. Leading that prayer self. The role of a man goes beyond fathering children. I see so many, by virtue of a lot of things I know, I see a lot of women who have passed through a lot. I grew up with 3 sisters. I don't have any brother. So I grew up in a very loving family. I have very successful sisters. My mother, very wonderful woman. She had a career before she retired. So I have seen women fly high. Do you understand me? So that is why I dare not hold someone's daughter down.
That's the reason it contributes, because your environment contributes to the person, your personality now. Yeah, unlike others, not everybody are opportune. Like not every man out there or every woman out there are opportune to have the experience or to grow up in an environment that is very okay
Do you know
for them or mentally okay.
Sorry, but there are a lot of men, sorry to say this, at your age that...
You know you don't know my age.
Yes, I'm just trying to say.
You can't even guess.
Yeah, I can't.
Okay, guess.
I should?
Guess.
54.
Hey, I beg you. Not even close. I'm not even 40 yet.
Really? Whoa. So I guessed so wrongly, not wrongly.
You can meet me behind the camera after now, and I'll tell you my age. And I know you will not believe me.
Wow. Now, like, I would, like, when it comes to this gender role, I'll tell the women out there, or everybody, a woman is like a power bank. And I see the men as the energy. Now, when it comes to you, how do you do it? In the house, your children are like the gadgets you plug into a power bank, then to extract energy from it. At least, because yes, as a woman, your children are there for you to cater for. Your husbands are there. The people in the environment, the other family members are there too. Even the society also wants from you. Do you understand me? As long as it is there, you really, really need to be prepared. That's why I wouldn't say in a marriage, everybody should be mentally ready.
Okay.
They should take, like, I don't know if I should say psychological examination or for their to be mentally stable.
If we're keeping with the context of the topic, let everybody in a relationship mind and man their roles appropriately. Why I'm here is I want to put the record straight as to the role of a man. Okay,
so since you have said this, I have another question.
Go ahead.
You know, in these gender roles and the rest, there is financial expectations.
T-Pain,
So
It's depend
now,
here.
there is this concept of the man should provide. Is it some people think it's okay? It's actually not. Some people think. I believe it's a natural concept. Or
For a man to
some
provide.
people think it's a natural concept.
It's the
It is
man's-
what
Yeah.
should be. Does that affect the relationship in any way, positively or negatively? Is it actually what should be?
It's the man's decision to
The
provide.
simple answer to your question is yes. It's the man's responsibility
To
to provide
provide.
for his family. Yes, that's the simple answer. But you know there is simple and complex and compound.
Yes.
The simple answer is yes. But the more complex answer is, if you know reach for the man to do and the woman can do, it's not
You know
about
how to
it.
do it.
At some point in my life, I had a setback. And my wife stood in the gap excellently well.
Beautiful.
She was very supportive.
Beautiful.
She was magnificent. She didn't give me any reason, any day to feel handicapped. I used to drive her for interviews and carry our second daughter in the car while she goes for interview. Yes. If she's waiting for her turn, she'll come out, she'll breastfeed, she'll go back. Yes. I will be in the car with the baby. There's no money to even buy fuel to keep the AC on, so I'll wind down. Everybody has a story, but let your story spur you to do better. You can fall as many times as possible, but make sure each time you fall, you
You
stand.
rise
I know,
up
just
again.
So she was excellent. That's why now I hold nothing back from her. Nothing. So yes, simple answer, it's the man's responsibility, but some men have been doing it and then something happens. That is also why it's important. Part of your role as a man is to ensure that your wife has capacity.
What of those people that want housewife?
When you have setback, the housewife and you will become house couple.
Oh my choke.
Two of you
House
will
couples.
be house couple. You get the point?
Yeah, if you don't get it, forget about it.
Two of you will be at home like this as we are here now. You will be looking at me.
I'm
I'll be
looking at
you. When the landlord comes for rent, I will look at my wife will look at me. You understand what I'm saying?
Wow. So it's really, really important for a woman,
Also,
irrespective.
to be ready to support.
One of the reasons I accepted the topic and I came here today is because men need to know part of their role is to ensure their wives have capacity.
Financially.
Yes. She has to have financial. Why I'm even saying capacity, I don't want to name financial or anything.
Because
She needs to be, if she's not learned, make sure she's learned. If she's not earning, make sure she's earning. Make sure she's interacting. Make sure she's enlightened. So that if you become someone big tomorrow, you don't have to go and look for a Dagbo first lady. Because the one that is supposed to be the first lady is not enlightened. Somebody to share glory with you. Make your woman enlightened. Give her ensure she has capacity.
Okay, so sorry. Please, I will want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
When it comes to that area, some men make the mistake of saying, I trained that girl in school, she left me to marry some other person.
Oh.
So in this context of them trying to make somebody enlighten somebody, when they are them themselves are not enlightened, what do you think? What's the advice for them? What do you think they need to
That
learn?
means this podcast will go 2 hours with that. I know someone who is it just one someone? I know one that he tried for that girl. Wallah. Hi. He tried for the girl. He roofed her family house in the village.
Wow.
That is why man should know
The
himself.
sister put her for school. He did so many things. One guy came back from South Africa. Who is Igbo here?
I'm not there.
Okay.
Igbo-
The boy
Igbo is
came from
behind
South
the
Africa. Yeah, boutique. He came with power.
Beautiful.
Excess power.
Beautiful. with
They were
money.
telling him, if the boy, he's my very good friend. If he's telling the story here, and I'm going to laugh, but it will be pain. It's a very funny story, but it was very painful. They were telling him, he was still feeling. Someone now went, when that South African guy came, stayed in the hotel, this and that. Someone now came, one of his friends went to see the guy, saw his woman in the hotel room with the guy from South. But then what can you do? You love who? You can't help who you love. If you love someone and you have to train the person, you have to. If the person decides to leave you.
But why can't they just, since they have the capacity to train the person, why can't they marry the person and then in the process train the person? Because this thing is
Some
becoming...
families will tell you, I want my child to be a graduate before she gets married. And in some cases, the girl will tell you, like in this case now, the girl will say, no, I want to finish school first before start talking about marriage. I don't want anything like pregnancy to interrupt the schooling. So what do you do in that case?
I mean, she had a plan.
When I married my wife, 300 level in Benue State University, when she was in Benue State University.
Wow.
Okay, she was in 300.
Yeah. We started having children when she was a youth corper. Despite marrying her then, she still made her 2-1 in accounting. That was my that ensure your woman has capacity. Don't stop her. Don't stifle her. Don't hold her back. Let her spread her wings. Let her fly. When she gets to that zenith, she will always recognize you as the wind beneath her wings. Are you learning something today?
Yeah,
very
massively.
Much. I have a lot of questions. That is why I'm not asking too much.
Go ahead.
I like the fact that I'm learning so much.
Go ahead.
All right, so
behind
sir, you have said a lot. I've learned a lot. Like right now, I'm short of words.
Okay, you're not married, Abby.
I'm not married.
You're lucky. You're going to start well.
Yeah, definitely. I've
yeah.
really learned a lot.
Yeah.
You know, like there's some men that are very, very kind of they feel like okay, let me share my experience. There's this guy that I was going out with. Okay, normally he's okay.
You know you're on air.
Yes.
Yeah,
I know.
she's they will drag her.
They will drag you.
Normally he's doing very well. He's good. But just one thing that really made me to say no to the proposal was the fact that...
So he even proposed?
Yes.
Say yes. And you didn't say yes.
I had to say no. It's either you say... It's better to say no when it's not too late for you
Why did you say no?
run away. I look at myself and my own prospect in life, comparing with his, because we sit down, we talk, we discuss. It did not tally
People
well.
are going two different directions.
And there's no way that we are going to bring our heads back together.
And
so I just had to...
Good. This is actually a good... I know it's a bit outside the discussion, but let me actually ask this question.
If the producer will allow us now.
He will.
Yeah.
Okay, so sir, this discussion of two different directions, is there really a thing like that? When we say, okay, let me explain it a bit. When we say, if I am a clergyman, okay, that means I will have to be stationed in a place.
And be transferred from time to time.
Time to time.
They rotate them a lot.
Yes. Then my wife is, let's say she's a pilot, or she's a sports person, or she's something that
doesn't go the same way.
Yes. Is there any way we can such a relationship work?
If I may say something, I'll say like, before a relationship works, it takes two to tango. So it takes two to determine.
Now, the man is a clergy.
Yes.
The girl is already a pilot.
Yes.
Where was he going to that he met a pilot?
But it's possible.
Where was he going to when he met a pilot?
He was going on a business trip.
He was going on a mission trip and he met the pilot.
Okay, the pilot is not
let us say he was going from Port Harcourt to London.
Yeah.
Abi?
Yes.
For a church trip. He now saw the pilot in the cockpit. And maybe they had a brief discussion. I told her, I'm stopping this after this London trip now. There'll be a layover in Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Then we'll go to Zurich. Then from Zurich, to Abu Dhabi. Then we'll lay over for a while in Abu Dhabi for like a week. Then I'm going to do another cross hop back to Kigali, Rwanda, before I come back to Nigeria. When they were talking, and then he still wants to marry her. I mean, because during that initial conversation, as he landed for his church program in London, and he said, Pilot, I like the way you dress. I like you. Tell me, so what are you doing after now? And she tells him, listen, I just told you now. When he gets back to his hotel room in London, what's he going to think? Say, man, how is this thing going to do?
It will take a year for you see her. Even if you want to get married, it will take a year plus.
Okay, so that means before you even think of marrying someone,
man,
you should
know
thyself.
Okay, thank you very much.
I said that earlier.
It was just a passive question. Okay, so we still on the gender role stuff. Now in the place of ambition, career choices, their parents. Okay, I've actually seen a young boy told the dad after secondary, told the dad, I don't want to go to school. I want to play football.
Now the parents will even borrow money to send you to academy.
So after the secondary school, the father sent him out. I think he's in France now. And I've seen another young lady too that says she doesn't want to. Okay, she wants to go to school. The father wants her to study law. She's very brilliant, but she doesn't want to study law. She says she loves business. She wants to study business administration. And the people say it's a course for third class students.
Business admin.
That's what's up.
Who said?
The society has made it look like someone is doing business admin, you are not intelligent, you are not brilliant, that the person is not smart. You are going for what you can passively, easily.
Business admin is business admin is even higher.
Have you seen the course requirements of business admin?
No. Business admin is even higher. Go to courses like mass communication, like
theater art.
God bless you, sir. They'll look at you as someone that doesn't even have sense in, like you don't have future.
The truth is this. Anything you lay your hand to do it well.
Diligently.
Anything your hand finds to do it well. Theater art is no joke outside this country. Theater art. Mass communication is no joke. If mass communication is a joke, watch CNN one day. Watch Arise. Watch AIT. Watch channels. The thing those people do every day, interviewing people on the road. What you're doing now, interviewing me, is it a joke? You think it's easy to sit down under all these lights and all these cameras to have this confidence, this etiquette? You think it's easy?
It's not.
I told you I've not done this before.
Yeah, definitely. You said that.
I haven't done it before, but do I look that way? There are some persons that will sit in this very seat I'm sitting now, and the stage, is it stage fright they call it, will catch the person. So, everything you find your hand to do it well.
Whether you are a woman going to the so-called man's field.
Now, the smaller your course, the better for you. So you in case of strike, so you quickly run and come out. Your course, the course you study in this country has never really been shown the way your life will take. You can study that business admin. You come out tomorrow. Business admin. You start taking HR courses. You become a member of the Chartered Institute of Personnel Management. You start taking good HR courses. You now get a break in HR, start a HR job, and you begin to rise. Become an excellent human resource manager. You can do business admin. You come out and you start picking up HSC courses. Before you do NEBOSH, you do this one, you do that one, and become an excellent safety manager. Who will remember your business admin?
That's true. And okay, real quick, should we, so that we can round up, should we have this idea that social things should be for men? For instance, engineering, a man should be doing engineering. A man...
No.
Earlier, I told you that glass ceiling is gone.
Broken, damaged.
Women have commanded NASA shuttles to space. Go and verify. There are women in space doing research. in the ISS, that's International Space Station.
Mm.
There are women leading commands, air commands, land commands, marine commands. So that ceiling is broken.
So there should be no limitation to what any person,
If a woman
irrespective of your
a
gender.
female engineer, as a civil engineer, I would even prefer her to build my house because women are meticulous. Someone that carries something for 9 months and brings it out, cares for it, nursery 1, nursery 2, primary 5, primary 6, JS3, she'd rather build my house than a man who will leave the site and go and take 2 bottles of shekel. So it's better a woman. If a woman is even a civil engineer, I beg, because someone that they will give a seed to, and that seed, she will nurture that seed to the 10-year-old, 8-year-old, 12-year-old child that you are seeing. Is better than the civil engineer that you will give your house to. When he stays small, he will cross the road, take 2 sachets, come back.
Okay, so sir, real quick, so that we round up. What is your advice to these persons or those people out there that still believes there are what a woman should do? There are lines women should cross in life, and
there are barriers women should not cross.
Should not cross.
Okay. In a nutshell, I will always relate everything to gender roles.
Yes.
The 2 parties, the 2 gender. Well, for Nigeria that I know, we only have 2 genders. Some countries have more than 1. We will not go there.
Yes.
Communicate your desires, your fears, your needs to each other.
Okay.
If at any point in time you have any concern about your role or what you're supposed to be doing in the relationship or the marriage, communicate. Your fears, communicate. What you want, communicate. What you don't want, communicate. Agree to disagree, disagree to agree. But make sure you're always communicating. When you want to start the journey that roles will play a part of it, from that very beginning, as my sister here said, align your goals and see if they match together with that person. The role of a man is critical. But I've told us that a man should cover his family in every ramification.
Undisputed.
And allow his wife to thrive. For the women, it's important. I would not tell a woman submit. I will not say respect. I will not. When you care for a woman and you love a woman, you show her unconditional, unbridled love.
She will
naturally submit.
Definitely.
She will naturally respect. She will naturally do everything. That's the secret. That's just it.
Massive. So, Emily, all right, so what do you have to say also to those persons out there that thinks they are, they can be limited? Okay, there is limitation to because they are women or because they are boys, there are things they cannot do. Or me, I cannot do I have a friend that one time told me, me, both of you, I cannot study mass communication. I'll be human. Now women cause be that now. So what people like this that have this mindset of this is what a woman should do, this is what a man should do. And some of them, they are not making that suggestion. They believe it should be 100% thing. A man should not cross the line, a woman should not cross the line.
Let me just cut in briefly. You say mass communication is a woman's cause. Have they heard of somebody called a chief press secretary to a VIP, a governor or something? What does it take to be a chief press secretary? You'll be interacting with the press. You'll be telling the press the policies and the game plan of your principal. Mass communication. Communicating to the masses. So who better takes that position of a CPS, a chief press secretary?
I would say, just like the whole body, our whole body, the head cannot function without the neck. And the neck cannot function properly without the hands and every part of the body. I'll say there's no limitations to what you can do. If you set your mind to do something, go for it. So whether you're a man or a woman. And also, before you say I do to that young man or to that young lady, please before you say I do. Make sure that you guys have talked it out. Your views. Know your capability, what you can do, what you can stomach. Then you say stomach all nonsense. It's not all nonsense you can stomach.
Mm-hmm.
So please, always speak it out, say it out. Just like he rightfully said, talk, air your views. Know what you can, whatever it is. In Nigeria, currently now, either you are going through a lot or you are coming from a lot. But sincerely speaking, a lot is going on and a lot will continue to go on. So just do these things and then be at peace. You have to be mentally ready, psychologically ready, emotionally ready. You need to be stable in everywhere. And also, if you are this kind of person that keeps things inside of you, you rather not say it out, but then you are dying. You are killing yourself. That person then may be innocent without knowing what you are thinking about. You might have a wrong impression about that particular person because of the fact that you don't want to communicate. You are just there killing yourself, your happiness, you're killing it. You don't know when you will now become very depressed to a point that you just lie down and say, oh, blood pressure, which is killing people more than we can ever imagine now. Young persons are now dying without, you just see them, they'll just lie down before they are gone. They were not sick, no symptom of sickness. So please, try your best and talk. Communication is the key. Thank you.
All right, so quick 5 seconds, sir. Is there anything you would love to correct in this gender role stuff that you've seen that has been seriously misplaced, that you think it's very wrong?
Yeah, as I've been saying earlier, as I've said since we started, the role, I will speak, for this closing part, I will speak for the men. Maybe someday you guys will bring a woman that will speak for the women. But I have been able to bring out the best in my wife by being the best husband that I can be. You have to be the best man that you can be. That role, that gender role that you feel is the norm is not always like that now. Okay. Be open to change. Be open to innovation. Communicate with the opposite gender you're living with, who you're in a relationship with. It's very important. So this misconception of giving your wife a glass ceiling, the day you and your wife will come out of that your glass house, people will be living in the sky and you are still on the ground. You will come out and you notice that people have
moved on. All right. Thank you very much.
Change that mindset.
And allow your wife to explore.
Allow your wife. I didn't say you should allow your wife to run mad or
run wild.
Or run wild. No, I just mean allow her thrive.
Okay.
Allow her grow.
Positively.
Allow her have capacity. Let her make impact.
Yes, sir.
She's making impact, you're making impact. You can never have too much money. If the two of you are bringing, it's better. And also, sorry, I don't know if I have 2 seconds.
Go on. You have 2 seconds.
Another misconception I hear people talk about, your wife goes to work. You finally allow her work, maybe because you see that you two of you need to come together. Immediately the month ends and they pay, tell her, yeah.
Salary.
Transfer all the money to my account. It's wrong.
I know.
It's very wrong.
I know of a couple that they pays the wife's salary to the husband, the wife calls the husband.
That company is very wrong, because it's better you people have an understanding. They pay me 1,000 naira. They pay you 500 naira. We decide, okay, from that your 500, you'll be saving 200 naira. From that my 1,000, I will save 200. I will give you 500 naira. Me and you will save 200. I give you 500 for the house.
Keep
then me I
300
leave
for myself.
the 300 for miscellaneous.
Yeah.
You know, men will always have miscellaneous.
Definitely.
You take pure water, you take Coke, you take Fanta.
Yeah.
You know, you choose suya sometimes.
Yes.
Sometimes you choose fish with your wife. Let me see. All these things you're chilling with your wife. You know,
Oh my goodness,
it's
lovely.
The way you're looking at me, no go alongside. Chew with your wife.
That's lovely.
So that is just it. In closing, thank you. so much.
All right. Thank you very
That's so
much.
oh my goodness, that's lovely. Oh. With your wife, with your wife. Not
Wherever
alone.
we are.
Not you.
Thank you very much, wonderful viewers. I believe you guys have learnt a lot. I myself personally have learnt a lot.
Same here.
Actually, this is actually the most interesting I've ever had with Mr. Francis. It's been a pleasure, sir. Thank you for having you, and
Pleasure
thank you
is
for
all
being
mine.
here. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you, sir.
All right, viewers. So you stay tuned. Follow, like, subscribe, share our post, and also on all social media platforms. Don't forget, we are, this is Let's Talk, and we are Pixel Palace. Thank you and goodbye.
Goodbye.